Hey guys, welcome back to Devon 16. I am your host Devon, and today we're about for a brand new benchmark. It's the Dharma for the PC. I don't know what the hell this game is called, bro. I don't know. Today we're running some Intel Core i3-10105 with the NVIDIA GTX 1060, 3GB VRAM graphics card. I'm running with 16GB of DDR4 RAM and dual channel memory, and well, I wanted to try something different from the 960, which only had 2GB of VRAM. It didn't seem to matter though. The second I put on the game, it went up to 3 gigs of VRAM, which is crazy considering it literally tested on 2 gigs with the 960. But I digress. That is being fully maxed out. I'm gonna uncap the frame rate real quick just to see what's happening. We are hitting over 60 FPS, but let's see what our settings are. I'm running at 1080p. FSR 3 is set to ultra performance, ridiculous, and we're running on the low preset. That doesn't seem right. That doesn't seem right at all. We're not doing ultra performance at all. We're not going to use frame generation either. We're not going to use that. So we're going to go down to quality. So it somewhat looks somewhat decent, but even then it starts to struggle. This is what happens, guys. In games like these, you need FSR 3 to maintain this. Now, the 960 had to run at 720p. Unfortunately, it seems that I'll have to run this one. I'm gonna keep 1080p for sure for this, but we are gonna have to use FSR maybe balanced. But we're not gonna. We're not hitting 60 FPS. That's a no-go. Yeah. I even have my GPU somewhat overclocked. Not much, but it is, and it's still not. Yeah, that ain't gonna do it. Especially in the cutscenes, which are even more demanding. It's how the game was made. In certain areas will look how lathered that looked in motion blur and depth of field. That looks ridiculous. Did I turn those off? It looks very weird the lower the settings you use. I'll say that. Oh no, depth of field is off, but Bloom's still on. Huh. So that's just Bloom that's causing that? It's weird, but in the cutscenes like this, when they zoom in on the character models, that is where it gets really demanding, and it really hammers the GPU, man. Like I said, my GPU is completely maxed out. Don't even think it's not. VRAM 3 gigs, completely maxed. This game is demanding as hell. But once again, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Don't forget to please leave a like, comment, share, subscribe, and stick around for more epic content. If you guys enjoy seeing me test a game on this, on lower end hardware, especially this hardware is getting quite low end these days. It's getting really low end for games, man. Yeah, just stick around. You got a 1063 gig, I'm the guy to go to. I test every new game on these hardware, and I'm always adding new hardware to my suite.
Thank you.
But yeah, obviously, like I said, during cutscenes, it will dip below 30, but there's not much you can really do about that. Like I said, the 960 could have had to run this game at 720p just to have a fighting chance. Here, I'm running at 1080p on this here because I don't want to go crazy. And I have an extra gig of VRAM, that's why I'm like, hey, 1080 is fine. I'm going to be curious to test this on a 4 gig card and see what this does.
Hey, Putney.
Because look how low end the textures look after you're done. It looks really bad. Look, they're not even loading in the textures. You need more VRAM.
Actually, I have particularly warm boots. Thanks.
And sooner or later, these might kick their arses.
The CPU is fine. I think the CPU is fine for this game. It can handle higher frames, but we're using 8.7 gigabytes of RAM as well. So that means it probably uses a way less. I don't think I've tested this. Have I tested this on the Vega? I have tested this on the Vega. I feel like I gotta use high with quality, FSR3 quality. After this, I'll put on frame generation just because, but I don't really recommend playing games with frame generation like that because it doesn't feel smooth. But yeah, with low-end VRAM like this, it's not loading in the textures. It's not really helping much, if I'm being honest with you. I do like the fight styles though. It does look kind of cool.
Serves the Ruskies right. They won't report us. They'll be too embarrassed to admit some cripple got the better of them.
But yeah, just for the sake of it here, because obviously some people might want to see, we are going to use frame generation real quick just to see what it does. And you will see what it does. Holy crap. Look at that. That's never fun. Like, you got the extra frames, but it doesn't feel as smooth as it should. It's not consistent either. Like, it's telling me I got this frame rate. I don't feel like I got this frame rate. But we'll play the rest like this. There's only like 2 minutes left for the video. It makes you believe. It doesn't really help the texture issues though. Considering on load the VRAM is completely maxed out. There's nothing to raise. But anyway, I'm gonna mute myself now, so enjoy the rest of the gameplay and I'll see you guys next time.
I forgive you. I'm sorry. It's just I've been looking for you for a very long time,
And you expected a thinking simpleton, an illiterate who swindles sick people and claims he can speak to God himself. I already said I forgive you.
yes, I've heard, especially in Petersburg. I've also heard about the healings, even hopeless cases, inexplicable ones.
And what do you believe in?
If you help me, I'll believe all of it. And please believe me when I say I've tried everything short of a miracle. And I know the meaning of that word. I'm a Thaumaturge.
Where are you coming from?
I'm from Warsaw,
So, from Russia.
Poland.
From which Poland? The Russian one, the German one, or the part that belongs to Austria?
From Warsaw.
Do you have a name?
Viktor Szulski.
On my path, I've already come across people who've lied to me about their problems, and then gone around calling me a charlatan. After them, others arrived, with pitchforks and torches, and I had to endure insults and spit in my face, or flee for my life. And now you say you're a wizard from an imaginary country that no one has seen on a map in over 100 years. Forgive my amusement. I haven't had my first coffee yet.
I forgive